back, everyone. Today is World Stroke Day, and we are spreading awareness of strokes, what signs you can look for to recognize one. And here's the most important thing, how you can prevent them. To help with that, I'm joined by Kayla Smith and Amanda Gennoe. Thank you for coming in. We really appreciate it. First of all, let's talk about how common strokes are in this country.
Strokes are very common, especially in the southeast region. 800,000 families are affected and stroke patients annually.
I believe that. My own mother passed away from several strokes, and it is such a difficult thing. There are signs you can look for, but first, before we get to that, let's talk about who's at risk.
Yeah, well, strokes are largely preventable, but anyone can also have a stroke. So the people that are at risk are people that have uncontrolled blood pressure, or maybe have other risk factors. Their numbers, like their cholesterol, are not in check. Maybe they have unmanaged AFib. So you want to make sure that you know your numbers, you know your risk factors, you're eating healthy, staying away from tobacco is a big one, and alcohol and drugs, and that you're just leading a generally healthy lifestyle, and that can decrease your chances significantly.
Get those regular checkups so you know those numbers. That is so important. You know, what are some of the signs that someone is having a stroke? I know with my mom, her speech became so different. It became very slow.
Slurred and slow.
Yes.
So speech is a big one. Facial droop is another big one. And symptoms are always unilateral. So you'll have one side of the body that's affected. They could have some sensory numbness. They could have some weakness, some tingling, that kind of stuff.
And it's so important to get there quickly, get help so quickly. Let's talk about why that's so important.
Yeah, time is tissue, and so the sooner that you recognize any of the symptoms of a stroke that Amanda just highlighted, you want to call 911, get to the hospital immediately, because the research and the treatments that they have available now are really so wonderful, and they can reverse a lot of the damage that could be caused.
Really turn things around. That's so true. We still have a little bit of time left, and I want to talk about, again, you went over some of the risk factors, tobacco use, diet. We're here in the South. We love to eat, you know, and have the Southern food and that kind of stuff. But let's go over a list again of some things that people can do to kind of avoid becoming a victim of a stroke if they can.
So the biggest one, I would think, is knowing your numbers that you had already mentioned previously. You need to know your blood pressure, monitor those, take your medicine as you're supposed to. Diet, kind of low sodium, we're trying to watch calories. Exercise is a huge one, not being sedentary. Cholesterol is another big risk factor as well.
Just all the things to keep in mind. And thank you all so much for what you do to educate people and try to protect everybody.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much.